Joining us now with some tips is the president and founder of Sugared and Bronze, Courtney Claghorn. Tell us about this company that you started 15 years ago.
I know.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. I moved to LA right after I graduated college, and I really was struggling to find a high quality, reasonably priced spray tan. And through that search, I started to realize I think there's a hole in the marketplace and I might be able to fill it.
Wow. Now there's a big difference between sugaring and waxing. Tell us about that, and why is sugaring so popular?
So sugar paste is all natural, just 3 ingredients, sugar, lemon, and water, and it's applied in the opposite direction of the hair growth, but removes the hair in the natural direction of growth, so it's essentially the opposite of waxing. But that technique is really cool because it's essentially preventing ingrown hairs instead of causing them. It's also a lot less abrasive to the skin, safer for sensitive skin types, and a lot of people find it less painful.
Wow. Makes sense. And we were talking about this earlier, Courtney, that, dermatologists recommend sunless spray as the best way to get a tan. It just seems like common sense, but a lot of people still look at the traditional route. This is much safer.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the sun emits UV rays, which obviously penetrate into the live skin cells, and that's how you develop a tan, but also how you can develop a burn, and also what sometimes causes skin cancer. Whereas a sunless tan, on the other hand, only develops in your dead skin cells. So the active ingredient in a sunless tan is called DHA, and it reacts with your dead skin cells' proteins in the outermost layer to produce a browning effect. So that's how you're able to get a nice golden glow without anything damaging your live skin cells.
I was going to say that a sunless tanning technique, it still looks so natural.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. We're going to get into some fun stuff now. Some tips to prep for your sugaring and tanning appointments. Tell us.
So prepping for sugaring and tanning actually looks very similar. We definitely recommend moisturizing, keeping your skin super hydrated. I love our jojoba oil for that. Exfoliating is also really important. I love our exfoliating mitt and exfoliating scrub, and that's really essential because it helps to prevent ingrown hairs when it comes to sugaring, but it also helps your spray tan last longer. And then with sugaring in particular, it's hair removal, right? So you're gonna wanna grow out your hair. It needs to be about 1/4 of an inch long, or about as long as a grain of rice. And then with both sugaring and tanning, you're gonna wanna arrive to your appointment with just clean, dry skin, no oils or lotions on.
And when people hear sugaring, are there the little particles in there? Do you feel it?
Not really, like you feel it go on because it gets molded onto your skin, but it just feels nice and warm. It's always applied at room temperature, so there's no risk of burning like there ever is with waxing.
Fantastic. All right, what are your tips for those who want to do that sunless tan at home?
Yeah, I recommend using an applicator mitt, especially if you're going to be using something like a mousse or a lotion, just to protect your palms. No one wants tan palms, right?
Yeah.
I also recommend applying it into the drier skin areas in a very sparingly. Your knees, elbows, hands, feet, those tend to absorb the active ingredient a little bit more intensely, so you really don't need a lot in those areas. And I would say my biggest tip in general is less is more, right? It's always easier to add more than it is to remove the product. So just start with a nice even layer, let it fully develop, and see how you like it.
You can always put a little bit more on there.
Exactly, you can always add more.
Wow, love it. All right, finally, how many locations do you have in SoCal? And tell us about this mobile unit that you have as well.
Yeah, so we have almost 41 nationwide, and that includes 16 in Southern California. We just launched a VIP mobile service in LA, which is super popular with celebrities, moms, just anyone with a really busy schedule that finds it hard to, find the time to get into one of our stores.
This would be perfect for a little girl's afternoon. Just have that mobile unit come to your neighborhood and
just pop it up right there, anywhere in your house.
Wow, it'll be so great to have you. Thanks for the tips, just in time for fall. Thanks so much.
Thank you.